Boom. There we go. Look at your shirt. That's a nice shirt.
Thank you. It's always backwards. Yeah, I actually got this at the recruiting store at Noru.
Chief Bond is going to have to call me because I have not seen that shirt. I would have bought one. All
Yeah.
right, so we'll get that hooked up. That's what? How much did you have to put in on that?
I don't remember. I think how I go shopping is like, I'll take one of those. I'll take one of those. I think it's probably $20.
Okay, well that's not bad. It's not bad. It's that dry fit material, right?
It's really nice. Yeah, actually, it is. I think it is. I'm not sure, but it's really nice. It feels really nice and comfy.
Nice.
And it says Navy recruiting.
I'm old. Navy recruiting. Good. All right, so we're gonna start off today. We have a great show, but as always, we have to follow the law. So DC1.
It would be my honor. So viewers, for those of you who are watching us live or are tuning in at a later time, we just want to let y'all know, one, thank you, and also that the views presented herein are those of individual speakers and do not necessarily represent the official position of the DoD, the Department of the World's Greatest Navy, or any command or unit within the Navy. There we go.
We are JAG official, so that's good. That's always important. I do have to tell you this. I have a great story. Well, it's a great story to me. It's funny. I thought I was a millionaire. So remind me to tell you the story.
Okay, because I have one that I was a lottery winner for you too.
Really? I kind of don't want to wait till the end of the show. But mine is actually about a literal penny. It was going to make me a millionaire. So
one penny?
A singular penny. So stay to the end of the show. Hook, you're stuck. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Put some comments in there. Ask these young men that we're going to have up here. Ask them some questions. Because this is an opportunity for everybody to kind of pick the mind of the young men and women that are going to be serving this great nation. But hook, line, sinker, you're there. You're stuck till the end of the show now. It's all over. And so hopefully in the next 45 minutes, you'll stick around and we'll go from there. But I'm interested in this lottery story. Do you want to wait till the end?
Yeah. Let's wait till the end.
2 hooks. 2 hooks. All right. Well, good stuff. Let's see. I forgot to mention, and you forgot to remind me, so I'm going to blame you because it's easier that way.
Okay. What did you forget?
Last week was a major milestone. Double digits. Last week was number 10. Did you know this?
No. Tell me more.
No, that was our 10th show. We hit double digits last week.
Oh, we did. We should have had like a confetti blown out streamers, like the whole horn thing.
Petty Officer Britt and Elefante let us down. They did not give us our graphics for the 10th show. So this is our 11th show, if the counting is correct. And I am not a math major, but it's our 11th show. So 13 is my favorite number. So if anybody wants to make some nice graphics for number 13.
Oh, look, we have a message from the good to great with the Crazy Eights who were featured on the double digits.
They were the 10th special guest. It was a great show with Senior Kimball and Senior Levy.
Yeah.
Levy.
And Senior Van Horn. Yep.
And Senior Van Horn. Well, his voice was wonderful.
Yeah, that was entertaining. So if you have no idea what we're talking about right now, so watch a trend. I'm going to say the word right.
Ventriloquist. I'm going to help you.
Thank you.
Here's what we'll do. I'll say it, and you just move your mouth.
Okay, here we go. Ready?
Ventriloquist. Just like that. That's how this works. So we just did our own show. We should be on Broadway or on the in Vegas with our recurring show. This would be phenomenal.
Yes, so, check out last episode.
Check out the last episode. In fact, check them all out. We've had some really, really great guests, and this week is absolutely no different. And the thing I love about this week is that we have 2 future sailors on that are going to tell us what, coming in brand new to the Navy, 17, 18, 19 years old, what their expectations and what they hope to gain out of the Navy are. So DC1. You need
Yeah.
to do your bells and whistles and your hook
Yes, yes. So it is Friday. Happy Friday out there to everybody. Thank you all for our viewers tuning in today and joining us. Today we have a special show, as Master Chief Ronnie just mentioned. So please, we ask that we thank you for tuning in, right? And then we asked if you like the show, the content, at any time you hear something that resonates with you, throw out a thumbs up, one of those little boom emojis, and like, subscribe, and share. And I heard on a show the other day, they're like, smash that subscribe button. I was like, yeah, okay. Hit it, smash it, whatever you like. Also, we're just getting started with the show. Please, in the comments, let us know where you're tuning in from so we can do a little shout out to you in your location as well. So
That's true.
There you go.
That's true. So last week we did promise you 4, right? But like we always say on this show, stuff happens, right? So, but we are blessed. We have 2. 2 of the districts could not provide a future sailor for one reason or not. Nothing wrong with that. Stuff happens. But we do have 2 exciting future sailors. So the first one I'm going to bring in is future sailor Brock Riley from the state of California, Navy Recruiting District, San Diego. So I'm going to bring him in. And then there he is. Brock, say hi to everybody. Future sailor Riley.
Hello, everybody.
There we go. All right. And now we're bringing in future sailor Anthony Heffron from the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, right down the road from where I'm at. And so we're going to bring him in. And there he is. So future sailor Heffron, Anthony Type, please say hi to everybody.
Hey, everyone.
All right.
See ya.
There we go. So we're gonna have we're gonna ask you guys some questions. You've talked to DC1 before. You've spoke with me on the phone. So this should be quick, easy. If you're nervous, it's okay. Throw up off screen if you need to throw up. Like what's his name? What's the rapper name? Eminem with Mom Spaghetti. No. All right. If you have not heard my singing voice, I can rap and sing.
It's true.
Get the golden pipes going, Anyways, are we excited?
Yes, Master Chief.
All right, good stuff. Okay, so here's what we're going to do first. Future Sailor Riley, tell us a little bit about yourself. Don't take an hour, a couple minutes, where you're from, stuff like that, buddy.
Well, I'm from San Diego, and joining the Navy as a CTN, so that's all good. And just sitting here waiting to go off to boot camp.
Okay, when do you ship?
September 24th.
Nice. Yeah. Not the 13th. That would be awesome because it's my birthday.
It's actually like 2 days before my birthday too. So it's like 2 days before it's like 2 days before my birthday, actually.
What a great birthday present.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then actually, since I had the opportunity to talk with our future sailors, I'm going to add on there because Riley is just so modest. He just actually graduated from Mesa College, I believe it was, with his associate's degree and decided to go in as a CTN because he loves computers. So congratulations to you on that achievement. And he has family, and we'll find out later on as well, that serve in the military.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Outstanding. Well, good stuff. Congratulations on your associate's degree from Mesa College.
Thank you.
Something to hang your hat on, something to be proud of. All right. Future Sailor Heffron from the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, right down the road. Tell us a little bit about yourself, kind of like what Future Sailor Riley did.
Good thing, Master Chief. I'm 18. I'm getting out of high school. My graduation ceremony is actually tonight in a couple of hours. So I'm doing this, and I'll head straight thereafter. And I'm joining the Navy as I'm going to be a nuke. I love, physics, math, all that stuff. And I think the Navy's the best branch that'll, shoot me forward in that branch, that area of study, And it's great. I don't think I could have made a better choice if I tried, Master Chief.
Oh, good stuff. Good stuff. So, real quick, you guys, we're on TV, we're on YouTube's, we're on the Facebook, right? Do you guys want to say anything to anybody watching? Parents, friends, relatives, significant others?
Yeah, Master Chief. I think my family's watching right now. So, hey guys, thanks for tuning
Hey,
in.
family.
Hey, family. What about you, future Sailor Riley?
Hi, mom and dad. How you doing?
Hey, Mom. Hey, Dad.
Yeah, there you go. No, I love yous. No, I love you, mom. You don't say I love you to your mom.
They know I love them.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Good stuff, guys. So we're going to do this and let's see. We're going to go alphabetical. It always keeps us out of trouble. So, future Sailor Heffron, we'll start with you with the questions and then we'll kind of bleed over to future Sailor Riley and that'll kind of keep everything together. So,
Sure thing.
first question's really, really simple. Why did you join the Navy?
Well, I wanted to join the Navy because it's I've a lot of my family joined the military. My great grandfather he served in the Army in World War II. Two of my grandfathers were in the Air Force. My cousin was in the Army as an MP, and now I'm going to join the Navy as a nuke. You know, all those guys are really honorable people. Everyone in the military is, I find that just a really honorable thing to do, and it feels great to be like them.
Nice. So, it's a little family tradition.
More or less, Chief.
Okay. And maybe a little bit of pride of service and belonging to an organization.
Definitely.
So, why do you think that's important to you?
Well, this especially the Navy. I think the Navy's the coolest branch. All the ships. You know, I love ships. Great. And pride, you know, is something. If you're talking about that, I think pride is definitely something that if you're going to have it, you have to take in something you've accomplished. You know, and I think the Navy offers everything to be accomplished. You can do so much there. I think that's probably factors into why I joined too.
I'm sorry. Anthony's great grandfather is 102 years old and lives in East Boston. Is that a true story?
Yeah, he lives on Bremen Street. He lives in Eastie. He's a fighter. I love him.
Good stuff. So now when do you go to boot camp?
I ship out September 2nd, so I'll go to the hotel on the 1st, and then they'll fly me out on the 2nd.
Okay, make sure you go see your grandfather before you head over there.
Oh, definitely. I've got family that live
right.
less than an hour away from Great Lakes too, so
Oh, nice.
maybe I'll probably see them when I get out.
100%. So that'll be good. So that's really good. So little pride of belonging, little family lineage, if you will, with some of the newer people, and you just felt like this was the great move for you to be able to grow and develop as a person.
Definitely, Master Chief.
Okay, good stuff. So future Sailor Riley, over to you.
Well, thank you. I also have a lot of family in the Navy. My father was in the Navy. His father was in the Navy. I also have a grandfather on my mom's side that was in the Army. So there is a lot of military legacy there. But the ability to like come in and serve my country was definitely a good push towards the Navy, and having a lot of the family in the Navy definitely is a good push towards the Navy. But also the ability to gather like skills and education at the same time and start up a career was a huge choice for joining the military. Definitely will open a lot of opportunities, whether that's long term or short term. But yeah, those are a big part of it too.
So DC1, you talked something about some of his family. What did you find out from his family from the original interview?
Yeah, no, that's exactly what he had mentioned. He mentioned that he had family that served in the father, grandfather, another grandfather in the Army. And that was a big part of his reason, or what made him proud to, or that gave him that thought of wanting to serve as well, along following those footsteps.
And what does your dad do in the Navy?
My father was a SEAL in the Navy.
Ah,
yeah.
Navy SEAL.
Navy SEAL.
Was he in the Act of Valor, the movie? Is he famous?
No, he wasn't in the Act of Valor, but I did get to see a scene be filmed while he was there, so that was cool.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
Riley's on off of a Coronado Bridge right there. So you're off of that Silver Strand area. That's where all
Yes.
all the good stuff happens out over there.
Nice beaches.
Nice beaches. So your dad wasn't in active valor, but he was. Did he try out for it, and not get selected? Is that what happened?
No,
don't want your dad
he
to
had
come fight.
other.
Just want to know what's going on here.
No, he actually he had other stuff to do at the time. Like he was, it was more important that he did his job in other places.
Agree. I got it. So I don't want to die, so let's leave it there. All right. So back to future sailor Heffron real quick. Lori Heffron, I'm assuming, is your mother.
Yes, Master Chief. That's my mom.
Hi,
Hi, Mom.
Mom.
Love you.
So your grandfather was also in the Battle of the Bulge.
That's right. He landed in Cherbourg, France. He was 101st Infantry Battalion, 26th Yankee Division. Landed in Cherbourg and fought in the Battle of the Bulge.
Wow. Like this is history. This is some exciting stuff. So, don't ever shy away from telling people some great things that your family have done. That's thank you to your grandfather. Is it your grandfather or your great grandfather?
Great grandfather. Thank you, Master Chief.
So no, thank you to him, and because it's and people like you joining the Navy and doing God's work out there and helping our nation be able to take the fight to the enemy and not have that come to our shores and be able to protect each other and our families is very, very important. I love America. Right? So, it's all good stuff. So outstanding. I'm you two seem like some really good young men. So we talked a little bit about what you guys said you could grow in the Navy, right? And you could learn some stuff. And both of you kind of said that, and the Navy was the best place to do that. So what do you actually hope to get out of the Navy? And what is your thought process right now? So Future Sailor Riley, you're probably 20-ish, and Future Sailor Heffron, you're 17, 18, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So you guys could do your 6 years, or you could end up doing 30 or whatever it may be, right? But what is your first expectation of what you're going to be able to achieve while in the Navy?
All right. Well, what I want to do is I kind of have this tendency when I'm doing anything, I tend to dream big. I tend to go all the way, and then that way, even if I don't get all the way there, I'll probably still get pretty far, and it's still something to be proud of. So I'll shoot for working hard, ranking up as many times as I can, and I kind of want to invent something too. I'd love to invent something to do with nuclear power and stuff like that. I'm not sure what it would be yet, but it'd be cool if I did it, Master Chief.
We got the next Elon Musk right there. That's who that is. Elon
Maybe
Musk.
one.
So invent something to do with nuclear power. That's pretty cool. So basically, you just want to do the best thing that you possibly can, and that's what you want to achieve, is just continue a great work ethic and move forward in the Navy.
Good thing, Master Chief. That's exactly what I want to do.
Nice. All right, Future Sailor Riley, over to you, buddy.
Well, my main achievement that I want is to be the best at whatever I'm doing in the Navy. It's most important that whatever job I get, whatever they put me on as a CTN, that I do the best I can for the Navy on that job at all times. That's what I hope to achieve. Just to be the best at that.
DC-1, what I find most amazing is, and DC-1, how highly I think of this generation, right? And the younger generation. This is exactly what I'm talking about. When we talk about the Bonhomme Richard and the sailors out there, those young sailors that did great things. And then you have these two young future sailors here. They're getting ready to ship off to boot camp very soon.
Yeah.
They don't want anything from the Navy. What they're saying is that they want to give to the Navy, that they want to be the best for the Navy. And both of them have said that. And that is why I think so highly of the generation is as much as the internet wants to play their games and the media wants to put out what they want, however they want to put it out. These two young men, Future Sailor Heffron and Future Sailor Riley, are exactly what you and I talk about on this show every single week about how good this generation is.
Yeah, absolutely amazing. So the first thing when I hear both of them talk about what they want to get out of the Navy, it's exactly what you just mentioned. And the word that pops up to my mind is selfless. So that's somebody selfless would say something like that. You know, it's not the what's in it for me. Yes, you want to be good at, and I've had this conversation with these young men yesterday in regards to what they hope to achieve and learn from the Navy, and it's to hone in on the skills, to hone in on whatever job is the expected skills for the job or the rate that they're coming in to do and perform and provide for the Navy is what they had mentioned, but to be the best at that as well is just awesome to hear. It feels good to hear, right? From for a younger generation to say and think that way.
Thank you.
It feels good, especially when I know
Definitely.
they're taking my place. So that's that's what you look at is these young men. Either one of them could be that next Master Chief. They could be that next Admiral Boarder that becomes CNO from enlisted. There's everything that they can do, and the future is in their hands. And it's exciting to hear them say this. I do before we move on to the last question for these young men. What I do want to do is give everybody the opportunity to ask them questions, especially for some of our recruiters out there. But more importantly, if anybody's listening from the fleet, understand that this is what Navy recruiting is sending. And I didn't pick you, Future Sailor Heffron. I called you out of the blue because somebody told me to call you. And same thing with you, Future Sailor Riley, right? Like I didn't do anything to get out there and say, you know what, I want your two best. I just said, hey, do you have anybody? And you two were rogered up and stood up and took it. And this is indicative. These two young men are what our entire debt pool is like across the nation. This is what the product that is wanting to join the Navy, that is joining the Navy, and that we'll be sending out to the fleet to do great things, whether it's in a squadron or in a NIAC or in an aircraft carrier. Are you a submariner there? They hate submariner. They like submariner, I think, for some reason. It annoys me. Are you subservice there, Future Sailor Heffron?
No, I'm not Master Chief. I'm doing service on an aircraft carrier. I'm not sure I would fit on a sub.
How tall are you?
Almost 6'4".
Oh yeah, that would be a tight fit, but you could make it.
I might be able to, Master Chief.
There you go. All right. What are you doing, DC?
That's him going on his.
He would.
That's
He would
me.
It would be close quarters. You'd probably never be able to extend your legs fully, but it's all good. So the point is for those out there in the fleet, or if you're a recruiter that's listening in, or a talent acquisition specialist, please ask some questions. If you guys are willing to answer questions.
Sure thing, Master Chief.
Okay. All right. So what are the expectations? And I'm going to delve a lot more into this one, but what are your expectations of leadership in the Navy?
Well, sorry, I guess I'll go, but I think one of my big expectations in the leadership is you have to have someone who's going to take the load of the work for the rest of the team. And leading is not about dragging a team behind you. I think it's more about pushing your team forward and making sure everybody has, everyone's operating under the best circumstance. I think the leader, needs to be good to his whoever's following him and make sure that everyone likes him and wants to be like him. I think those are good qualities you got to have if you're going to be a leader.
Okay. Well, I just want to get the basics real quick. So, Future Sailor Riley, what about you?
Well, when I think of leadership in the Navy specifically, and this is kind of an informed decision from like my father and other people in the Navy that I've met. And it kind of comes with an allegory about history, but back in the old days, they didn't have like radio or internet to talk to a captain once they've sent out a ship. So that leadership had to be completely mission oriented. They had to be focused on their mission, be able to achieve it, and be able to take whatever storm comes their way. And that's kind of the adaptability I expect from leadership in the Navy, is some self-reliance, some adaptability, but also focus on the mission.
All right, so I'm writing down what you guys said. So I want to make sure. Number one was be good,
Yeah.
and you made a mistake. We don't use the word good around here. We use gooder.
Gooder.
It's got to be good. Got to be gooder. Right, DC1? It's got to be gooder.
That's what it says.
All right,
What Batman says.
so be gooder. Not to pull your sailors and drag them behind you, but be with them and push forward. Adaptable, mission focused, self-reliant.
Yes.
All right. And you guys are future sailor have fun. You're 18,
Yes, Master Chief.
graduating high school tonight. Get to walk the stage, proverbial stage, maybe, right?
I think that they're doing an in-person one tonight.
Okay.
So it'll be nice.
Nice. Future sailor Riley, you're 20, just graduated community college, or 21?
24, actually.
24. Okay.
Yeah. There was some in and out of the degree at first.
You got to find your place. You know,
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. I've told my kids 18 and gone. I say that.
Smart move.
I say that now.
Yeah. No, we did the same thing here. We say you have a time, like we have the countdown.
They won't be going at 18. I'm not.
They won't.
All right. They'll pay rent. And I charge a lot. So, all right. So look, be good, which would mean be a good human, right? Treat people with appreciation, respect, encourage them to do right, help push them through, lead them through, right? Don't just drag them behind you or do anything like that. Be adaptable, focus on the mission, and self-reliance.
Pretty good.
We've had 10 pretty good leaders from across the United States Navy. A couple admirals, the Master Chief Petty Officer of the Navy, a couple phenomenal senior chiefs. Chief Bayless, right? Jeff Bayless. Warrant Officer Gillums retired. Chief Warrant Officer Gillums retired. Do these seem like the same things that those other 10, 11, 12, I think we had 13 guests total. I'm making numbers up, but does this sound like everything that they've said? That when it comes to leadership, this is important.
Yes.
So I think the message that these young men are telling us, and the message that all those old senior leaders that we've had on, sorry, Senior Chief Kimball, you're in the old category, right? All those people, and what these young people are saying, if you're not operating in this fashion, then you're not being much of a leader, are you?
Mm.
What are your thoughts on?
Well, I think there's a lot of different qualities to being like leaders. I wasn't sure if everyone would have said the same thing, everyone that you've ever had on your show, Master Chief, but I think there's a lot of different qualities of being a good leader, and I think different people will probably pick up different qualities from wherever they come from.
Okay. What do you think, Future Sailor Riley?
Well, all of these features are good qualities a leader can have, but not every leader is going to have all those qualities, unfortunately. So sometimes you have to make do with what you got. But yeah, those are leaders I would prefer to have, leaders with those qualities.
Yeah, I think, when we had Chief Warrant Officer Gillums, we talked about the 14 Marine Corps leaderships JJ did tie buckle. It would be nice to have all 14 of them. It's hard. It's hard. Leadership isn't easy. Followership isn't easy. So DC1, what are your thoughts and what kind of questions do you have for them in regards to those thought processes that they have?
So as I listen to our future sailors talk about leadership and what they believe a good leader traits a good leader should have, I'm honestly thinking like they sound so mature, because I'm thinking at the age that I was at these gentlemen's age, I don't think I was thinking about what's a good leader, what are good leadership traits. I'm not sure if I would have came up with those answers that they did, because as you mentioned, all of our previous guests, and this is a leadership podcast, Leadership Within, we talk about leadership and experience and situations. I mean, they have come up with, in that list that you read, hit on all of our guests, a little bit here, a little bit there. And although everybody has different, stronger traits than others, overall, I would say that's exactly what they bring to the table. You know, I don't know. I'm just impressed by what they say in their opinion, and what it means to them to have good leadership traits. So I just want to give you guys a big virtual high five for that, and let you know that that you're on the right path.
It is.
Thank you, DC1.
Thank you.
It's really, really good to hear. So we don't have any questions yet, but if anybody has any questions for these young men, I'm going to ask one more question, maybe two. I don't know. Maybe three. We always do this, and I end up with 40. So, but please, if you have any questions, do not hesitate to. You know what? Put your questions on there. Like, subscribe, share, booms. Let us know where you're from. Here's a question I have. How did you go about initially meeting your recruiter?
Well, my recruiter originally, I think it was the summer of 2019, so about a year ago. My recruiter, Petty Officer Holloway, she texted me, and she was wondering if I was interested in joining the Navy. And at that time, I was actually, I'll admit that I was planning on joining the Army, but I was trying to talk to a recruiter, but he wasn't there actually. So I was like, oh. I was kind of worried. I didn't hear anything from him, so I was like, okay, we'll see how the Navy goes. I don't know much about it. And then PS2 had me come into the office. She had me take some practice ASVABs, and before you knew it, I was a Navy guy, like that.
That's so. I think there's two quick questions. Number one, PS2 Holloway is a dynamic, outstanding sailor. She's one of our best sailors, absolutely phenomenal, and I think she's a really good person. And I hope you feel that way, that same as well.
Sure. I feel that way about the entire office, Master Chief.
They're
all great.
They are. So, Petty Officer Holloway gave you an opportunity, and you weren't scared to look into it, right? Even though you were leaning Army, you were thinking Army, and the Army blew you off, right?
Well, I don't think they blew me off, Master Chief, but I think I don't know, maybe something happened, but stuff does happen. But I'm happy that things turned out the way it did.
So am I.
Oh, he's such an optimistic.
I know. Good kid. So that's true. So they blew you off because they didn't know what they had. That's what I'm saying. Those are my words. They didn't know what they had. They didn't know they had a good young man who had highly intelligent, well-mannered, good young man who wants to serve his country. They didn't know they had that, and they lost out. Navy wins. That's good. But at the end of the day, America wins, so we're all still happy. All right. So future Sailor Riley, I'm going to take a guess on you that you walked into a recruiting station.
Yes. I had made the decision to join the Navy before I walked into the recruiting station, actually. I even looked up what rates I wanted to go for before I walked in. I wanted to be able to have some information before I walked in. So essentially, I just figured out what I wanted to do best, what I thought I would do best at, and walked into the nearest recruiting station, which luckily for me, the Navy SEALs are pretty close. So it's actually a pretty good recruiting station because they get a lot of people who want to be SEALs. And I walked in back in the days when you could just walk into a building like it was no problem. And when I want to join the Navy, and they were like, awesome, take this practice ASVAB. So, yeah.
It's history, right?
Yep.
From there.
Just there.
So I'm assuming you have an outstanding recruiter just like Petty Officer Holloway from Navy Recruiting District, New England.
Yes.
Okay.
I have an outstanding.
Do you want to give your recruiter a shout out?
Yes, Huckleby. He's great. He's gotten me my rate I wanted. Which is extremely difficult with CTN apparently. It looked like I got one of the last ones of the year at the time. And he's been extremely helpful in the entire process. Keeps a check-in constantly.
All right, outstanding. DC1, you got anything for that? Because you know these two sailors, I believe, correct?
Yeah. Yeah, I know little fun facts about them. Like Heffron, Future Sailor Heffron, knows how to play musical instruments. You know, yeah. Was it the Barry sax and the guitar?
Yeah, those
Yeah.
two pretty much.
No, and then we just talked to Riley about him completing his associate's degree in San Diego because I told him that, yay, Oceanside, so both West Coast. But no, when we're talking about your recruiters, your recruiting stations, out of curiosity, because we have some recruiters across the nation that are tuned in, and they're going to be tuning in later if they miss this because of work and processing other applicants and prospects. We know everybody's busy. Yeah. So just a question on behalf of the Navy recruiters out there. And your experience, you've been in the office, you've met other recruiters as well. Was there anything that and I'm not sure if you met with other branches. I know Heffron mentioned that the Army was a possibility. Was there anything that stands out to you that the recruiters did that you thought was just absolutely amazing? Or is there anything that we can, as recruiters, do better?
I'm not really sure, DC1. I think everyone at the Quincy station kind of hits the nail on the head, as I like to say. They, I would have to really just squint my eyes to see something that they could do better. I don't really know about that.
It's because it's New England.
All right, Riley, what do you think? What did, from your experience, what was just amazing about it, and or what could be better?
I have to agree with Heffron. They did a phenomenal job of helping me join the Navy, actually. And it would be very difficult to find something to actually critique them on. In this case, I've had no problems with them. They've been extremely helpful in the process. They've been communicating with me greatly on ship out dates and how I've been doing. They're very adamant about making sure everyone works out. They've gotten me the rate I wanted. They've been extremely helpful.
That's good to hear. So we have a viewer who wants to ask you both a question. Master Chief, did you have anything, or should I go ahead and read it? Okay. So, okay. Charikai Jamie Evans. I apologize for messing up the first name.
Lieutenant Commander, United States Navy.
Hey, hooyah. Asked, what do your families think about you serving, and what do you look forward to? So let's answer the first question. What do your families think about you joining the Navy and or selecting the rate that you did?
Well, my family thinks it's awesome. They're really happy for me. You know, they've told me many times how proud they feel. So I'm very happy I made the choice.
And then we'll finish up. The second part of her question was, what do you look forward to most? Well,
what I look forward to most at the moment is probably there's a lot to come that I'll be looking forward to. But right now, I think getting out of boot camp, you know, seeing what that's like, and then power school, I think where I'm going, Charleston, South Carolina, is probably the big looking forward to right now. I'd love to see what that's like.
Awesome.
Is that because you want to get out of the cold?
I'm not sure it'll be cold, but you know, I do okay in the cold, Master Chief.
Right. And the same question for you, future sailor Riley. What does your family think about you joining the Navy? What do you look forward to?
Well, when I finally called my grandparents and told them, they lost their minds. Is the best way, with ecstatic joy. They were like,
oh.
They were like, yes. They were so happy I was joining the Navy. That's the only way I can describe it. But they just seemed extremely happy. They had 1,000 questions. They were very happy I was going to be serving my country. As for what I'm looking forward to the most, I guess after boot camp, yes, going to my respective A school in Florida is going to be good. Not excited about the cold for boot camp because San Diego weather does not make you strong against the cold, but but I'll get used to it.
Very cool.
All right. So we actually have two more questions. One from, well, a two-parter from Joel Rodriguez. It's wondering if these two great examples of young men, I'm assuming that's future sailor Heffron and future sailor Riley. I guess I'm not included in that, but are worried about COVID and boot camp, the follow-on school, or basically, are you guys worried about COVID-19? And what are your thoughts towards the Navy dealing with COVID? And do you have any concerns from your perspective, or maybe your families have any concerns?
Well, me personally, Master Chief, COVID-19 doesn't bother me too much. I was lucky enough to be named essential, so I've been working the entire time throughout this pandemic. I've been getting used to it. So I think I know like how to act. I know I try not to make other people feel uncomfortable or anything like that. But I don't think it'll be any major worry of mine.
Okay.
I'm not extremely concerned about COVID. I don't want to get it before I go because that would be bad. But as for how the Navy's handling it, I don't know how they're handling it too well outside of how they're handling it with boot camp, but I think they're handling it with boot camp pretty well. And it is what it is. So can't be too worried about it.
Okay. Take the precautions, wear the mask, social distance,
Yeah.
wash your hands, and don't put your fingers in your mouth.
Exactly.
That's the best advice I can give you. And make sure you self-quarantine prior to going to boot camp and MEPS.
Yep. And if you forget, that's what's taking place right now at boot camp. That's what you can expect, the whole quarantine and all of those precautions. So they will make sure that everybody is well aware and educated for safety reasons and health.
Definitely. All right. And we have one more DC1 from Melissa Hensley.
Yes. So Petty Officer Hensley says, for these two intelligent future sailors, what are your expectations from the onboarders? So we have the onboarders, or what also, the program, the DEP program, a DEP pool where you guys are involved in, and you have your recruiters checking on board with you. What are your expectations of that program?
Well, I think they're doing a great job right now. I mean, kind of person I am, I always find it kind of hard to critique people. I don't like to do it. It feels kind of picky, It's just the way I grew up, I guess. But I think they're doing a wonderful job with what they're doing right now.
Same opinion. I think they're doing good. I don't think there's too much of a problem with it at all. So yeah.
Well, outstanding. So I want to take a couple key takeaways from what you guys have talked about. Number one, both of you are very respectful, good young men. I'm excited to see you get your haircut, future sailor Riley. I'm going to talk to some.
I'm excited for it too. Unfortunately, all the hairstylists have closed down. That's why it's like this right now. Again, I'm avoiding the COVID. So
yeah, I'm gonna have to get one too, Riley.
Let me see yours. Do you have long hair?
All under the hat.
I do. Hold on.
We have a cure for that.
I saw you.
We got a cure for this.
It's quite long, Master Chief.
I'll make my way down to Quincy next week.
I saw you with the hat, and I was thinking about putting one on myself, and then I was like, "No, I've already made my bed last time."
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so good stuff. All right, so here's what I want to take from you guys. You guys use some powerful language. Not only you're smart and you're well mannered, and you seem to have very good heads on your shoulders. You guys talk about being good, being adaptable, mission focused, self reliant, maintaining contact, which is communication. and caring. And these are really important things that the young men and women that are coming in the Navy and the young men and women that are in the Navy are asking from their leadership. I couldn't be more appreciative of you two coming on our show, giving us a little bit of time. And what I'm going to do real quick before I hand it off to DC1 so she can do the goodbyes for you guys is I'm going to ask each of you in your own words to kind of tell everybody, I guess, why they should join the Navy. I mean, this isn't a recruiting show. We're about leadership. But I want to understand from your mindset of why you think the Navy would be a good idea for people. So we'll start with you, Future Sailor Heffron, and then we'll move over to you, Future Sailor Brock.
All right. Well, I guess in terms of why you should join the Navy, besides if it wasn't already obvious, wink, is opportunity for me. Definitely, there is such a wide variety of opportunities. If serving your country, I do that. Like that's up there. You got to do that if you're joining any military branch. You don't want that, and that's really important. But if you're looking for other I guess more in-depth reasons of like what you can do in the Navy, opportunity is awesome. There's so many jobs you can do. I think opportunity is probably the best one I got for you.
Perfect. Future Sailor Riley?
Heffron kind of hit the nail on the coffin there, but he's right. If you're looking for opportunities to better yourself or to better your country, the Navy is probably the best choice. In fact, if you want to better the world overall, I think the Navy is the best choice to join the military.
Outstanding. DC1?
Yeah. To add on to what you just mentioned, I would ask, I talk to a lot of future sailors or people that are interested in joining the Navy that are about your age. And one of the biggest things that kind of makes them take some steps back or think about it twice is fear. Did you have any fear of making that decision? If you did, or what kind of advice would you give to those that haven't made that decision, haven't walked into or contacted the recruiter? They've thought about it, but fear is holding them back.
Well, I don't think I ever felt, like fear. I've definitely felt really nervous sometimes, but I know you get used to it eventually. You always do. I think a great quote from I think Winston Churchill said this. I think he once said, "If you're going through hell, then keep going." I think that's that'll get you through most anything, in my experience anyway. I can't speak for everybody, but I do admire that quote.
If you're looking to join the Navy, go in and talk to a Navy recruiter. That's really the best option there. And if you want to find information, the internet is filled with it. Go and do your research. Find out what you want to do. What would best suit you in the Navy, and try to get there. There's a whole world of information.
Yeah, your recruiters also aren't going to pressure you at all. They're really nice people. No. They won't freak you out. They don't bite.
Thank you for both of your answers.
That was good. Outstanding. I appreciate you both again. Thank you for giving up your time and spending a little bit of time with us and our listeners. You guys have a great day. DC1, over to you.
Yeah. All right. For our viewers, again, happy Friday. Thank you for joining us. We really appreciate also your time. And if you like any of our content from our previous shows, this episode, please, we ask that you share our page. We're on YouTube, we're on Facebook, and we come on every Friday at the same time. That's at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, 1500 on Eastern Time. If you see any ideal guests for our show that you think would be great for this platform, we welcome any recommendations as well. But again, thank you for joining our show. Like, share, subscribe so you don't miss out on any of our future episodes. Thank you for joining.
Yes, 100%. Future sailors, tell your mom you love them.
Love you, Mom.
Love you, Mom.
Thanks for watching.
All right. I'm going to go kick you guys out, and then DC1 and I are going to finish out Thank you again both for being so much. Oh, and by the way, thank you to the chief recruiters and the assistant chief recruiters of San Diego for setting up everything with Future Sailor Riley. And thank to Chief Foster from our director of onboarding for TAOC Boston, used to be the LCPO of the recruiting station there in Quincy, for setting us up with you, Future Sailor Heffron. Everybody have a blessed day. I appreciate you guys. And they're gone. Look at that.
Yeah.
You
Good
know,
insight.
can I say some words to you that I wrote down?
Yeah, please do.
Selfless, be good, be involved, agile, adaptable, mission, self-reliant, maintaining contact, aka communication, caring, and opportunity. It sounds like there's a lot of carryover from show to show that you could take from what these two young men, just 17 or 18 and 24, just told the entire nation again that this is their expectation of leadership. You've heard from the old folk,
Mhm.
right?
Wise, because you called Senior Kimball up there as old. You meant wise. We mean wise.
Okay, wise, the wise folk. You get that through age and experience, which means you're old. I'm old. Okay. I couldn't hear you.
I didn't want to say it out loud. I was saying I'm old too.
So when you know that expectation is there from the 18 younger generation, right? And that's what we've learned through our stupidity over years. Because remember, when I joined many years ago, I think we had the internet, but we didn't use it because it wasn't on our cell phones. We didn't have cell phones. That's how. So we didn't have these types of things to teach us. Everything we learned was from that singular, seasoned, yes, Lieutenant Commander Evans. So everything we learned was from that immediate petty officer or NCO that was right above us. And right now, what we've done with this, and Good to Great with the Crazy Eights and some of those other shows out there showing you, is we're giving you the years of knowledge right now. You don't have to experience the same things that maybe you and I did. You can take that knowledge now. It's up to you whether or not you want to listen to these young men tell you what they want. But I can tell you this. If somebody walks up to me and says, this is what I need to be successful, I would be a total complete moron to not listen to that. You agree?
I do, but it does happen. And I know that when I was younger, I was like, well, let me touch the stove and see how
we all did.
It happens.
We did that. Many burns on the hand, but hopefully when we go over this and it becomes somewhat repetitive, people will say, let me work on my leadership, because leadership, as we know, and we talked to Good to Great with Crazy Eights last week, it's not easy.
Mm-hmm.
It is a constant battle to be a good leader, not because you want to do bad, but there's so many influencers that can affect how you operate, and so that's tough. So we have to give our 2 cents today. But I want to tell you the story about my penny.
Let's hear about it.
So my great grandmother died a few years ago, right?
Oh,
and well, it was years ago. It's okay.
Okay.
I think she was in her 90s. Great woman, but in her 90s. Lived in West by God, Virginia. And actually, I'm going to pull it out. Hold on. I can't find it. Okay. Anyways, so she left me a bag of coins, right? Like pennies, like wheat pennies from the 40s. If you don't know what a wheat penny is, I didn't either. I just saw a penny so I was like, I wonder if any of these are worth anything. Because you never know. Like, people collect coins and stamps and bugs, right? And I think all that stuff may have some value. So I take out my phone and I Google expensive pennies. 1943 wheat penny. Auction, $1.7 million.
No way.
I have like 100 pennies. So I'm digging for all these pennies. Now, the reason is because in 1942, the government decided they needed more copper for the planes and the ships. So they stopped making pennies out of copper and they started making them out of stainless steel. So, but some of them got through the U.S. Mint as copper, and it's those, they only know about 20 of them that are still in circulation. or out there that they found. So there's like 20 copper pennies. So I'm like, oh my God, my great grandmother was really old. I don't know how long she's had these pennies, but now I have a sack of pennies. I dig through, I find a penny from 1943, the only year that they made this mistake. So I'm like, I got to find out if this penny's copper or this penny's stainless steel. Now, I wasn't thinking with my right brain. So I was thinking I'm going to have to chop off a piece of the penny and put some chemical stuff on it to find out what it is. So I pull out my phone again and I'm like, how do I find out? And there's use a magnet. Magnets don't go to copper, right? Just so I jump on the refrigerator and I grab down some little magnet that my kids hang their pictures on the refrigerator, right?
Mm-hmm.
Put it over there, pick it up, penny on the magnet. It was stainless steel. It was worthless. It's like 15 cents. I thought I was a 1.7 millionaire. I thought I was going to be.
I thought you were too.
I was stoked.
Hey, but it felt really good at that moment, right? Just for those few minutes, seconds. Didn't it feel really good?
Oh, I was running around the house. I was excited. I called my mom. I was like, Mom, I got a 1943 wheat penny. I could be worth $1 million. No. Stainless steel, 15 cents. Still appreciated by 50, whatever percentage that is. A lot of percentages.
Yeah.
Nuke kid
So-
probably knows the percentage.
When you talk about wow, that's a great feeling. So let me tell you about my lottery story real quick.
I'm excited.
Okay. So every blue moon, I might play the lottery. If I'm feeling that something telling me, get a lottery ticket, I'll get a quick pick, get a lottery ticket, right? So I go get a lottery ticket. And then what's bad about me getting a lottery ticket is that sometimes I forget, when is the lottery ticket going to be announced? So I lose the dates, I lose the ticket. But this time, for whatever reason, I was like, you know what, let me go into the gas station, the store. They have the printed tickets because I'm like, I'm not gonna ask the guy to scan it for me behind the counter, because what if I win and he's gonna say, not a good ticket, and then I leave and he's like, ha ha, I got the winning ticket, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what, they provide printouts of the winning lottery tickets on, next to the cashier. So I ran in, grabbed one, I go home, and then I'm looking, oh, the news is on and it's showing the winning number. So I get the ticket and I'm like, yep. And I start jumping up and down and I'm like, oh, and then I look and somebody grabs the ticket and it says, these are the winning numbers. Your ticket's right here. I didn't win a lottery either, but it felt good.
That is a good story. I could imagine you jumping up and down thinking you won the lottery.
Yeah.
So
all those things, that we feel and we think when we do. Well, it's okay.
right there, a penny, 1.7.
So, speaking of pennies,
Our 2 cents, mine and yours.
yeah.
I've gone first the 2 times.
Okay.
Would you like to go first this time?
Sure.
Okay.
So just the other day, I'm at the grocery store. I go to the grocery store. I'm in the parking lot, and I see this guy gets out of his car because his shopping cart in this parking spot that he wants to park in. He gets out of his car, and he moves the cart behind another car. And I'm thinking, okay, he's just trying to get into this parking spot so nobody takes it. So he moves the cart, puts it behind some other cars, parks into the parking spot, and then gets out of the car, looks at the cart, and keeps walking. And I'm like, what was the point of that? And then what I'm thinking that made it worse is that the cart rack where they all go is right across from where he's parking. So I'm like, come on. So my 1 cent is for people that leave shopping carts anywhere and everywhere to where it inconveniences other cars, but also put the cart back. It's right there. Help somebody out. Make somebody else's life a little bit easier, especially when we have rain and climate, just make somebody's life a little easier and help somebody out and just put the cart back.
Oddly enough, I that is one of my pet peeves. And everybody will tell you that's one of my pet peeves is people who do not return their shopping cart. It's just a simple act. Very simple act. Return the shopping cart. Just put it back.
Do your part. Help somebody out.
Like Happy Gilmore. It just wants to go home. Go home. Just go home. It's right there.
Let's hear
All right.
yours.
Here's mine. Mine's probably a little bit deeper than yours, just because I think so. It's not really. It's all on the same lines. Anger and hatred will do you more harm than it will ever do you good. If you find yourself angry or hating or whatever that case is, you have to find a way to breathe, to run, to do some push-ups, do something, but you can't live with that in your heart and in your mind. You have to find a way to get rid of that anger, because if you react to the anger, if you react to the hatred, or if you react to that negative situation, it's hardly if ever beneficial to you. I can't think of times in my life where I've reacted out of anger and it's what I would have done with a clear head, nor was it the right call. So my thought is simple. Do not react out of anger. Take that time, breathe, calm down, let clearer heads prevail, and make the right decision. So return shopping carts. If I see it, I promise I won't get angry. I'll return it for you, unless there's like a million of them. Can't get them all. So, but that is good. I love the shopping cart one because it's just about doing the right thing.
Yeah, and I love yours too because it happens a lot, where we react and sometimes overreact, but we react not in that correct mindset. We react out of emotion. And you're absolutely right. Taking just a few minutes to kind of step away and breathing and then coming back to it is okay.
100%.
I like that.
So we do not have a special guest set up for next week yet.
Kind of, sort of.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
Are you not ready to announce? Are you?
I'll give a little tip, hint, not
okay.
a tip, a hint. But then it'll give exactly who it is if you are staying up to date.
Wait. You can give it to me. Is it the one we talked about or you sent me last night?
Yes. Award winner?
Yes. Really?
Yeah. Yes.
Man.
We'll have to make sure and confirm because the underway and just work. Yeah.
Stuff happens. I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to be you next show, and I'm just going to sit there like this. You ask the questions because I'm going to tell you what, folks. Share this with your friends. If this happens, not if, when this happens, positive, right? When this happens, this is a show you will not want to miss. 100% stamp, double stamp, triple stamp. It's over. This is another show. This is another must see, just like all our shows. But this one,
yes,
DC one. Did you really?
Yes. Yeah. So just as excited, I'm excited with all of our guests that come on, right? But I get the little because I'm a woman, so when I see another woman, I'm like out there doing amazing things. I'm like, yes. So just like Fleet retired Beldo, and I was like, yes, and I was like, that's my best friend, and I felt exactly the same way about our next guests, and they don't even know it yet.
I know. So tune in, but look for us probably Monday, Tuesday time frame. We'll be sending out all our fun stuff, and that's going to be exciting. I may not show up. I may just watch you and her.
No, it's not the same. It has to be both of us. Yeah. So, Senior Levy
He
says
says he don't know. He does know. He's smart, but he can't tell nobody.
Yeah.
Let's confirm it. That's big time though. That's awesome. I'm excited.
Yep. So be on the lookout for that.
Cool. All right. So with that being said, please share this content. If you're listening to it on a podcast type thing, I got a call from somebody. They download it and they listen to it on the road and through the YouTubes. So I'm glad you always read and say in case we're listening to it like a podcast. There are people that do that, and I'm getting more messages about, hey, I listened to your show later on. I did this. So exciting stuff. Again, thank you to the Future Sailors. Thank you to their families. Thank you to DC1. You keep us correct and whole. I appreciate you more than you could ever know. Other than that, I think we're good.
And I appreciate you too. Thank you so much. I had a great time, and it was some great information and insight for our future generation. It makes you feel good to hear these things.